Hey gang, so I'm starting to get my workbench put together here, and I thought, what the heck, let's do a little bit of a workbench tour. Now it's dirty right now, I've got some work to do still organizing it, and I gotta put some drawers down here, and then I have gobs of parts to go in these bins yet. And obviously over here will be where a lot of tools and obviously some tractors in the box will hang, so like some project tractors that are in the box, rather than take them out and sort of have them on the workbench, let's put them over there. Anyway, so I've got lots of pegboards for tools and things of that nature. This thing is ultimately going to slide down just a little bit, and then there's going to be some storage over here as well. Because I've got a lot of stuff as far as tractor building goes. So right now the top shelf, I mean, this will probably end up being storage as well, but right now it's got a lot of display items. You can see my mini toy truck and tractor Quonset hut that I cut in half. You guys will see more about that as the display moves along. A couple trucks, things like that, some headers. There's a Dragco and a Geringhoff header. Grain carts, stuff like that. And then obviously another storage bin and some pledge. So, like I said, everything's still kind of under construction, so you got to bear with me here. But, so over here, I just put up this light. It's super bright, love it. I put it up over the display. So over here, these are... oh my gosh, Crustbuster drills. And so these are from Eric Hazelhorst at Rockin' H Farm Toys. So if you are interested in those, hook him up. I am planning on making... So those were like rejects. So he wasn't happy with the way they turned out. So he kind of like wholesaled them cheap. And I picked them up because I got some plans for them that... involve making them, instead of having like big folded Crustbuster drills, I was going to try to pull one out here, but I'm having zero luck with that. Here we go. Instead of, oh well, shoot. Oh boy. This is what I get for kind of recording all in one shot here. Anyway, so instead of making these like a pull type thing like they are, I'm going to do some cutting on them and make them mounted. The drills is my plan. Someday when I get that done, I'll probably have a few of those for sale. Someday. So you can see here's some kind of the first projects I'm on my workbench. I'm going to pull off this MacDon header and stick it on a combine. And then these trucks are getting fertilizer beds, and then those will get sold off. Those tractors there, the Ford and the Versatile, they are going to get some wheel swaps and get dirty, so that'll be kind of cool. So here's a Woods and Copeland. It's actually not in this box. It's going to get detailed out as well. So that's kind of my first tractor projects, I guess, if you will. Obviously, I've got all sorts of craft paint here. That is for the display behind me. And then let's just take a look in some of these drawers. See what we got here. So there's some miscellaneous parts. Those are Harrows. Looks like I've got a Case IH kit, like a 4366 or whatever that number is, and a 7000 series John Deere tractor. That's going to get like cab glass and stuff like that someday. Let's lower this puppy. Oh, okay, so here's what we're going to have here. So these are like my smaller wheels and tires. Now, obviously, these came off our little combine, but so these are for like front tires on tractors. And here's just kind of some miscellaneous stuff. These are 3D printed lowboy rims and tires, and I just drew those up and printed them one day because I needed a set, and it was going to be quicker to do that than to order some from wherever you get those at, because I'm not even sure who sells them. That's a cab that got all tore apart. There's some parts of that semi. I don't remember what I used that for. I used the frame for it for something, but some nails that I use. So there's like some small nails. I use those as breathers sometimes. And then this has some 3D printed parts in it. So those are tiger shanks for a DMI. Those are some ramps for a combine trailer. And then I've got some miscellaneous parts in here. Some disc gangs. Those are some Moore's kits. And more disc gangs, more ripper shanks, so on and so forth. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then, let's take a look over here. So these are K-Tech scraper pans. A couple of those got broke in the move. But I got to figure out wheels and tires for those. I'm not I'm not particularly happy with what I've got made for those, but as soon as I can figure that out, those are ready to rock. So, authentic combine. Oh, that's not an authentic. Anyway, combine, custom combine. That was done by Brad McPherson. And here are some tires. These are some Chucky tires. You can see they're like the Rice and Canes. Those look freaking great on every four-wheel drive ever. Pretty much. Some earplugs and some miscellaneous stuff. So this drawer just basically needs gone through and thrown away. Got some AC frames and stuff like that. You know, once I get in the mood, those will get finished up. So, grain bin, like vents, grain bin fan that I 3D printed. I kind of drew that up and 3D printed it. And then it turns out Jay Louderman, Grain Builder, did it way better, and so I'll just probably use his instead of mine. This is a fender tank for a four-wheel drive tractor. This is a C&D Models manure spreader bed. I gotta finish one of those out soon. There's some frames in there. I don't know. I think those didn't quite work out the way I want, so they kind of go in the maybe someday file. Here is a service bed that I'm going to put on a truck. Got the fuel tank for it, so on and so forth. So these are scratch-built V-rippers that I made, and I like them, but kind of the deal was I was making those and turning them out, and you know, like they were selling pretty decent, and then kind of the 3D printed stuff hit a few years ago, and all of a sudden nobody really wants my scratch-built rippers anymore. So that's cool. I understand it. Don't get me wrong. But all right, more tires. See, these look like Chucky tires. Oh, nope, those are definitely Mini Toy Truck and Track. No, those are Daryl's tires. Sorry. These are definitely Chucky tires. These are road worn, and they are going on a Steiger, not quads, obviously. It'd be triples though. And then moving down here, now we're in the Mini Toy Truck and Tractor tires. So this is one of my most used. This is like a 18. No, this is a 20.838. I use those a lot. So more kits. So this is a fender. This is a front wheel assist kit from CD Model. This is a Versatile that I got to put together, also from CD Models. So if you want one of those, Versatile triple nickel, if you're wondering. And if you want some of those, get a hold of Dave at CD Models. Whole bunch of decals. I got a scrap Massey and a Krause disc. So this was a 3D printed disc. It was a test. It turns out I didn't like the way it folded. That's just the way it goes. That is a narrow front Steiger casting. I got that from Scott Galliard. Some planter units, 3D printed. We're into our rims, lots of tires. Again, I think these are all Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. Same here, except for that's, there we go. Except for that is using my 3D printed Versatile New Holland rims and hubs. So I think those look awesome. Again, so these are 3D printed tires. It came out super glossy, so it looks super stupid. I need to use a flat on that. These are some Chucky tires. These are like the forestry tires he does. They're pretty much too big for what I want, but I had to check them out. So here's one of those rippers almost done. There's a Landau that's probably never going to get done at this point. And here's some, this is a future Steiger Lion. I can tell you that right now. That was the drawer we just looked in. That's also, so let's do two at a time here. Steiger Panther, that's going to get some wheels and tires. Krause disc, so that just has a ton of work to do before it's ready. Rims. Most of those are CD Model rims. These are their 8000 series rims. Those are freaking sweet. And then these are for like the AC 440 kits that they did. And then just gobs of miscellaneous tires. Woo, coming up on 9 minutes. Sorry, I'm taking forever. So this is going to be a lot quicker. Miscellaneous stuff. Geringhoff headers. In progress, empty. These are assembled rear ends, so those are already put together. Those are for AC 440s and Case IH kits. These are the front halves as well as the cabs. And then there's one that's sort of almost ready to paint. Looks like that. And then here are the hoods. These are NH3 parts, so these are anhydrous shanks. Got a couple different sizes there. These are row crop cultivator kits. Got to put those together soon. Then now we're just gonna get into tons of shanks of various things. Those are drill openers, drill closers, so on and so forth. Those are some weights from Tractor Fab. Oop. Same thing as in this. That's why I'm not. Same thing. Hydraulic outlets, some sunflowers for my display. So these are flashers from CD models, just gobs and gobs of flashers I use on tractors all the time. Exhaust stacks and ripper shanks. Large coulters for NH3 bars. Gobs of wheel weights, and these are 3-point hitches all through here. These are wheels for the applicators, miscellaneous drawer, saddle tanks, and front fuel tanks for like John Deere tractors. Some boom cranes for service trucks. Those are some lowboy wheels. Those are some wheel weights and some railings. And then over here we've got SMV signs and bin fans. Last row, guys. Lots of flashers and sort of miscellaneous 3D printed parts. These are V8 stacks, and then we've got some rims and rims and rims. So, all right, guys, that's it. Hope you didn't mind looking through my drawers. It's Saturday. Everybody's at the National Farm Show except for me. My back is killing me, so there was no way I was going to make that 4-hour drive, unfortunately. Actually, it's a 5-hour drive. So, that's the way it goes, though. Maybe next year. All right, guys. Well, more to come down the road, and I'll get back onto building the display soon. But I just thought you'd like to see the workbench. All right, guys. Have a good one.